So my name is Karen, and it started when I was about 17 or 18. I was making choices that would not benefit me at all. And someone came into my life, a boyfriend. Looking back, of course, I can see the road would have been, I don't know, early baby, early drugs, early poverty kind of thing. And I came from a home that was toxic. And I decided, something in me told me, go go take a trip with my friend and her parents. Let's go out to the desert. And they rode off-road kind of three-wheeler, four-wheeler kind of vehicles. So I thought it would be fun. And of course, he was mad and, you know, made me feel like I was doing something wrong. I was riding and I got into a serious accident. I crashed with a dune buggy, and 40 years later, I can see myself flying through the air, landing upside down in someone else's dune buggy in the middle of the desert. I saw bones jetting out of, my body. I saw a lot of blood, and I guess adrenaline kicked in, and I just thought, oh, I'll be fine, but I wasn't. He happened to be an army medic who knew how to stop the bleeding. And they called out some type of Jeep to take me to an ambulance, to take me to the nearest hospital. And I thought still, I guess the adrenaline was running, that, oh, I'll be fine. This is a precaution. I passed out, I guess. I don't know if I died. I'm still emotional 40 years later. But I feel it was divine that I died maybe for a minute, or I can't find the hospital records. I don't know how long I was gone. My friend told me about a half hour. I was breathing, but I wasn't there. I was in the hospital, and it was the tunnel experience that a lot of NDE people experience. It was the tunnel where you go towards. It's not on your own volition. It's you're just going there. They're pulling you, or you want to go there. And I knew these people. I was so excited to see these people at the end of the tunnel. And I felt I knew them, but I didn't know their name. And I was so excited to see them. And all my upbringing went away. And I was in a place of just happiness and peace. It's hard to describe, and the light is hard to describe, but brilliant light and peace and love and acceptance. And I felt so wanted and worthy. And the group of people I saw were so excited to see me. And I was so excited to see them. And I almost made it to them. And other relatives that I knew, but I couldn't place names, and was so excited. And they had a message for me of, I was perfect. And that's the first time someone told me that. And they wanted to tell me I was loved, and that I needed that. And I knew I was in a different place, and I knew that this place felt more real to me than earth life. And like I said, I was 18, and I was raised with religion that were basically evil, and God was a God of punishment if you did, things wrong. And I felt the opposite of that. And I had a momentary thought of leaving my sister, who basically raised me, and immediately rushed back to the hospital bed. But I found myself in a different situation in the hospital. There were about 5 or 6 doctors looking over me, calling my name. And I opened my eyes, and I felt in pain in my body, and I didn't want to be there anymore. So I closed my eyes and I tried to go back. And sorry, I'm so emotional. It's like it was yesterday. And the message was so clear that I meant to be here on earth, and I meant to do something else other than the path I was going down. And it took a long time to recover with, walking in casts. And I had a lot of time to think. And I knew in my, I guess, soul, whatever you want to call it, when you know, your heart, call it what you want, that I was meant to be on earth for something else. And when I started healing, I started making better choices for my future and took those lessons. And I've never forgotten about the other side, that we're more than we know, and we have a lot to offer or create. And so I decided to create, and I made better choices in dating. And I know this might sound weird, but a boy I knew, I had this feeling, keep in touch with him, and he'll bring blessings in your life, and you will create the family you want, opposite of the way we were both raised. And we did. We got married years later. We knew each other for quite a long time, and we created a family that we adore, and we have the life we deserve. That's how I feel now. And I spend my free time, trying to help others with journeys they're going through that are difficult for them. And we feel it was a divine intervention, the accident, for a wake-up call for me personally, for me to know that we're here on earth for a purpose. And we have traveled the world, seen many things. We've created a family. We have stability and no chaos, and we're able to help others and give. And we feel so blessed to do that, and to love unconditionally, not only our children, but their spouses and our grandchildren. And we feel blessed that we turned the course of the river of what was our families and created exactly what we wanted. And we love God, Allah, the universe, whatever anyone wants to call. It's just love. And I thank God for the small things every day, weather, birds singing, it doesn't matter. And I was able to forgive easily and to help siblings. And my husband has too. And these are gifts to forgive because it frees you. And I didn't go down the path that I was headed towards. And we feel very lucky for me to have that near-death experience, to know that our bodies are just bodies, and to know that the other side is what is real to me. I'm not afraid of death. I try to make the most out of the time I have left on earth. It was such a gift after I healed. It took quite some time, to walk and to use my hands again. And I'm grateful for all the pain I suffered. Actually, I'm grateful now, 40 years later, for that experience. Even sounds and colors are extremely different. It's like Earth is muted and the other side is familiar. It's home. And I feel that that's the blessing, to know on the other side there's love, and that we can create anything we want on Earth. You just have to decide and do it.